Okay, buenas tardes amigos. How's everybody doing? It's 12:20 in the afternoon. I wanted to bring you on a little adventure with me today. I wanted to do this actually Sunday, and take you to a local market that's around town. However, massive storm Saturday night, power outage, 15 hours, so we had no power, no water. I had a few other issues to solve first, so that didn't work out. But today, I'm going to bring you on this adventure and share a really cool story. A story that's really dear to our hearts because next to the ladies in my life, these furry family members mean everything to me, to us, and how we stumbled upon them I think is quite cool. So I'm going to show you and share with you how it all unfolded. Puppies! Start running and they'll run.
Who let the dogs out? 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 Who let the dogs out?
¿Tienes agua?
Agua, sí.
¿Ya?
Hay dos nada más.
Solo dos. That's okay. Dos por favor. Por familia.
Sí.
Perfecto. Okay, gracias.
Gracias.
That was the coconut stand that I originally stood at, getting some coconut water, and I just happened to glance over and see a mama, just a little mama, I don't know, it's anyone's guess, the breeds around here, say a big Chihuahua, but she had noticeable milk jugs on her. So as I was ordering, I was looking at her, she was scrounging around for some food. So I hopped back on my bike, paid Arturo, chatted with him for like another minute, and then I was on my way. I was on my way to this road here, and then I noticed her already ahead of me on the road. She's going my same direction. I'm just gonna follow her and see where she goes. So then that's when I came up this road. So Calle Ramirez, and then I continued on here, and we'll find her, the house up here. So of course I'm like someone on surveillance, and I'm kind of trailing her, but kind of slowly so she doesn't notice me. And she of course she goes into this little property under the fence, and I swear it was 8 puppies that came running to her, tails a wagging, milk a flying, and it was just like a little jackpot. Wasn't even looking for puppies at the time, just thought it would be really cute. And so here's the property here, and they all came kind of running around this area and playing all out here on the street.
The little black ones like got really short little legs. Oh, did you hear that, Georgie? Look at this little white midget looking
He's
one.
cute, eh?
Hello. Oh, you stuck?
Oh,
Pet him gently.
oh my god, they're
Are they so
There's Mama. There's
Look at the milk. Look at her milk. Look at they're trying to get her milk. Oh, hello.
Okay, so I just had to find some shade. The heat is brutal, guys. It's like 36 degrees. I don't know what the humidity's at. But anyway, I want to remember the date now. This is like maybe late March, early April 2021. So I come here and I see the puppies, and they're all kind of playing around. And the owner of the home comes out, and I just was talking to her and asking her, "Are these puppies yours?" And she's like, "Yeah, kind of." And I was like, "Okay." I'm like, "What are you doing with them? Are you keeping them all?" She's like, "No." She's like, "I want 2." Okay, and the other 6, she's like, "I don't know." So I said, "Okay, cool." Like, and I just kind of pet them, and then I left. Told the girls about it, whatever. We came back about 3 days later. So we started doing this for a few days. We would come back with the kids. Jazz would come. We'd go do a coconut run and visit the puppies. That's what we did. And then we arrived one day, and the owners had told us that the mom died, the mom of the puppies. So we're like, "What are you doing with them now? Like, how are they eating? They're still so young, they need the nurse." She's like, "I don't know, they still look good, but maybe not as energetic." So we went into the store and got some food and brought that over. So we started to visit them daily after this. And we're thinking, okay, we should do something here. We gotta act, because these dogs have free range. They could be hit by a car. So of course, as the days pass, every time we go there, there's one less puppy. So we started thinking, what are we gonna do? We can't just leave these puppies here. They're gonna be picked off one by one. So we thought, okay, what if we round them all up, bring them in a box, take them to our place, and then one by one try to find them a home. Start advertising, start posting. You bring a box of puppies home to a gated community, every expat's gonna want one, versus them living here and possibly dying off. So Jazz and I are brainstorming, thinking, what do we do? It was the day I had to go to the embassy to get my residency. As I'm at the embassy, my brain is stewing. Like, I'm just like thinking all scenarios here. I'm like, you realize you're about to do you could possibly get yourself into like a 10, 12, 15 year commitment here, Sean. What are you thinking? Anyway, I received my residency card from the embassy. I get into the cab on my way home, and I'm just thinking, this is now my pass into Mexico for the next, who knows how long, decade or more. This is like a permanent thing. I was like, okay. And I told the cab driver when he got close to the house, I was like, Escalda, which is turn left. I made a little detour. We popped up onto this road here. I opened the door. I go in. Oh, and by the way, Georgia and Lake had already picked the two that they liked, or their favorites, which is the white one, Coral, and the brown one, Cub. Scooped them both up, hopped back in the cab, and I was like, derecho, let's go. Vamos, straight. And the cabbie took off. I come home, and I kid you not, guys, if you could have seen the look on Jazz's face, I got these two puppies in my arm as I'm walking up to the front gate of the house. It's like a screen door, and they can see me, but I can't see them, and I just hear voices. And the girls are like, Daddy, puppies? And I can hear Jazz behind, no, Sean, two? No.
Let it go. Come.
I got the biggest grin with these two squirmy puppies. Anyway, the rest is history. We got two pups right away, Coral and Cub for the two of them.
Taking a video right now.
That's how we got the two original ones. So they were about 6 weeks old. So they're litter mates and the same mom. But we kept in touch with the owner from that house. You know, let her know everything. Let her know that I stole her dogs and took them away, and she was fine with it. But she worked at a restaurant that we used to go frequent quite often. So we would go visit and still see her. She'd ask about the dogs and whatnot. But one day she approached us at that restaurant. This is 6 months later. So she's like, would you take another one? Because she still kept her two. But one of them that she kept, which is the one that we have now, his name's Congo, was a bit aggressive and was killing her chickens. So she was like, would you mind taking him? I was like, so he's killing your chickens and he's aggressive. I'm like, you're not selling me on this. I was like, why would I want to take him? I was like, we don't really need a third dog. And I was like, we definitely don't need a third aggressive dog. So we said, okay, let's do a trial run. Let's bring Congo to our house and see how it goes. That's how we end up getting the third one. So still a brother of them from the same litter. Although Congo had 6 months of kind of living street life. So that's why Congo is a little more rough around the edges. This big guy, we call him Beethoven. He's not ours. Hey, be nice. He's our friend. Come on.
Copper's in a danger zone. Bite it. Congo!
He's the type of dog you want to have on your team. He's a great guard dog. He's amazing with the girls. These dogs, when they receive love, it means the world to them. But when someone comes in the yard, he's the first one there. When another dog comes up, like, he's the good protectors. So we picked him up. The dogs had it out a few times in the first few days, jousting for pecking order or trying to see who's the top dog in the house. But either way, we kept them. It's a little noisy. That's how we got the three. So 3 from the same litter, Congo, Cub, and Coral. Now since then, the last guy, Copper, who we received 3 days before Tennessee was born, we were in the house and we got a phone call from our neighbor saying, I think there's a puppy in your garbage. And we're like, you're joking. So we go down to the bottom of the yard and we got the garbage cans out front, and sure enough, there's this baby puppy inside. Crying, whining, someone had dumped him in our garbage. So whoever did it knew what they were doing. They picked our house on purpose. I have a feeling it was a neighbor around us or something, but either way, you have to deal with this. You can't just leave him there. So we brought him up, cute as the button, of course, what puppy isn't. We right away tried to find a home. We called all the rescue shelters, all the centers, but everyone's full capacity. It is overrun here. If you've been to Mexico, you know what I'm talking about. It's kind of sad, but there's an endless amount of street dogs here, so they couldn't take them. We thought, well, what are we gonna do? We tried to find them a home ourselves, as far as put them on a Facebook page, try to get the word out, but nobody wanted. It was just a bad timing. So we ended up keeping him. We ended up keeping Copper. They call it foster failures here, so it's hard to have a dog in your care and not get a bit attached to him while you have him. The girls loved him and he fit in really well with the dogs. He just meshed with them. So now that's how we have 4. That's the story of our guys. It's funny when people say, how did you travel with kids? How did you take your kids all around? Isn't it hard? Isn't it this? It's like kids are easy. It's dogs that keep you grounded, not kids. You can't travel with dogs now. Like you just can't plop them on a plane unless you got like a little Shih Tzu or Chihuahua or something. But it's a dog. It's animals that keep you settled. So yeah, that's our family. The story of the Mexican street dog. So anyway, I'm gonna stop this video and we'll catch you in the next one.
Who let the dogs out?